Okay, hello everyone. This is Raquel, and I want to welcome you. We are, my goodness, at the 23rd of August in the year 2020, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, we are still feeling the effects of the Lion's Gate, and we are fully into the energy window of the eclipse that is coming up on the 7th of September. I believe that's the date. And we are, let me see here, make sure everybody can hear me. Um, Hopefully, you guys can. Um, Let me just start with the fact that the energies that have been coming in are really affecting a lot of people. Again, the energies, they don't have favorites. They're playing with everyone, whether they're conscious and aware of what is transpiring or not. And so we are walking through some very interesting expressions as we continue to have a bifurcation experience. And what do we mean by that? We mean those that are awakening and those that are not, right? And the distance between our levels of understanding and consciousness tend to seem more and more extreme. And so you're finding that bifurcation is showing up in your experience more and more. And what I am finding through client consultations, phone calls with friends, um, one of the things that tends to be showing up right now is as we continue to marry, come into a higher ergamic union within, which is the balancing of our masculine and our feminine, and of course, our inner child as well. What we're finding is that as that comes into balance, and as we continue to open our hearts, we talk about the concept of unity consciousness and what that really means, and the ability to open our hearts from a state of mastery to truly love one another. And one of the things that is so interesting as we continue down this particular path is the programming that the human consciousness as a collective has around love, and the sexual programming that is so deeply embedded into the mass consciousness. And the two seem to be deeply intertwined, as we all know. And there's going to be quite a few, and I've had this with client after client after client in the last few months of having an experience of a deep love connection, which I would call a divine union connection. Many people would call that your twin flame, or a dragon connection. But there are certain souls that show up in our experience that are truly divine union expressions. And that's going to happen more and more and more as we open our hearts and move into unity consciousness. However, humanity, in the way that we've been programmed, confuses, intertwines, has the programming that love equals sexuality. And I was talking to a beautiful client last night, and love is not physical. We're having experiences where our beautiful divine union aspects of ourself are starting to show up, and they're going to continue to show up more and more and more, because when you move into unity consciousness, you realize we're all one. And so aspects of you that you have deeply connected to in many incarnations, whether it be here or elsewhere, will continue to be magnetized to you. And many that are starting to show up right now are coming forward specifically to help unravel the programming. And I kind of giggled, and let me give you an experience or an example here. Um, when you have a divine union aspect of yourself show up that is the opposite sex, that is attractive in the physical sense, and you feel that deep union, it immediately goes into a sexual attraction. And if you were to meet that same person that was same sex, if that's the way you roll, um, and was in a body that wasn't necessarily what you would consider attractive, but it was the same frequency, how different would your experience be? And so it was fun. I had a friend call me a couple months ago that was like, oh my gosh, all these feelings are coming forward, and woo, it's bringing a lot of stuff up. It's supposed to, because we need to clear, some people refer to it as the sexual misery programming. There's a lot that has to do with love entangled in distorted sexual experiences. And so, just a heads up, many of you may be experiencing this already, but as we continue to open the heart and bring in the inner child, which is providing a deeper space of safety, you will begin to attract more and more of divine union aspects of yourself, and to really be able to recognize when that old programming gets triggered. I mean, if you could have the same soul show up if you're female, tall, dark, and handsome, gorgeous, age appropriate, and successful, versus twice your age, dumpy, not good looking, and struggling financially, but they held the exact same frequency for a divine union. Could you actually say you would experience both of those connections equally? So, food for thought as we move through into this next phase of opening our hearts and clearing our vehicle of distorted collective programming around love and the physical expression of that versus love and the mastery expression. Hi, I'm Raquel, and I am an Ascension guide, helping you to awaken and remember your quantum self. I provide a holistic, multifaceted, and comprehensive approach to your awakening and ascension, bringing you to the cutting edge of consciousness while expanding your ability to live multidimensionally. You are a divine, sovereign being of light, and it's time to remember. Explore my website, raquelspencer.com, to learn about becoming your quantum self.